Welcome to Decode's private beta. Decode is a visual programming language with typed data wires and event wires. It works live in the browser. We can begin by logging in. Once you log in, you will have the option to create a session or join an existing session. Every graph runs in a session with your editor talking to a cloud backend. Creating a new session gives you a fresh canvas. Let's explore Decode's interface first. We have a component library on the top where you can explore all the components. Input properties will be listed on the left and output properties will be listed on the right. When no components are selected, we can see the session ID on the right. We have a console below that logs any errors. The three icons on the canvas control execution. We can add components by clicking in the library. We just added an add math component. Alternatively, if we double click on the canvas, we can also search for elements and add them. Once we select a component, we can see the input and output properties on the left and right side respectively. We can set values in the left panel when inputs aren't wired. To begin running the graph, I can press the play button. We can now see the output values changing as we change the input values. Circular ports carry data. We can connect two components by dragging from output to input. Once a node is connected, we can't manually set the input value for that node and it becomes read-only. The value flows from upstream. That is a data wire. If I update the sliders, I can see the computation updating live on the right side. Now let's go and add a component with event nodes. Event nodes are triangular. They control when things run, not just what the value is. The increment component has two input event nodes, tick and reset. If I click trigger, that fires an event manually. The increment component, upon getting a trigger input, does two things. It fires its own increment on tick event and also increases the count by 1. Let's add a timer component so we can trigger the increment at a fixed time interval. Let's start the timer component by triggering its start timer event. As we can see, the timer fires an event every second and the increment increases its counter and also fires its own increment every second. Pause freezes the graph and stops all events and computation. Recompute resets all states and runs fresh. Use it when you need a clean slate. You signed in, created a session, placed components, wired data in events, ran and paused execution. Feel free to explore the libraries, math, collection, plot, web, text, and build something real. Welcome to Decode. Feel free to log any bugs and give us feedback on our Discourse forum. Thank you.